What's up, everybody, and welcome on into We Stomped You Out, Season 7, Episode 1, season premiere. Supposed to be all full of smiles, nice little week 1 game. We'll get to all that, but first of all, welcome everybody back in to another, what seems to be like another long season of coverage here. And of course, I got my good friend, my partner, my tag team partner in this We Stomped You Out journey, Timmy T. What's going on, sir?
We used to be a foursome, and you two can't take it anymore. We're the only ones
They
left.
lost their minds.
We're not even wearing giant stuff anymore. It's getting really sad and pathetic. Yeah, but I'll stick it out with you. I'll stick it out. It's got to get better sometime.
Yeah. Well, one would hope, one would assume. But all right. So when we've alternated Dave in and out, he's not around. But no matter who your hosts are this week, there won't be much positivity spread in the preview. It has been written that the Timmy's good, bad, and ugly segment has been trimmed down to just the ugly segment because
And that's the whole game. There's not even nothing to talk about. It's the whole game.
We'll be done in about 12 minutes here.
Yeah. Be a fastest show we ever did.
All right, so I figured there's only one way to get this show started this week. Only one way, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, perfect. Welcome back in.
That's exactly what it's like watching the Giants every year, every week. That's exactly it.
So year 7, Timmy. This marks season 7 of us doing this show. Once upon a time, I wish I would have brought it, but once upon a time, you were just a picture behind us, in the behind those on the couch there, me, Keith, and Rodriguez. And now we're here, year 7, and we have not had much in the way of success at all. We had the one playoff run. Outside of that, this is where this inside joke comes from in that opening. So, Timmy, week 1, Vikings, I'm sorry. My apologies for talking you into taking the Giants.
No, it's okay. I had to.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Listen. I didn't pick the Giants against the Vikings. I picked the Giants against Sam Darnold. And again, you turned Sam Darnold into Joe Montana. So what are you going to do?
And that's exactly it. So we'll toss it over as we always do, and trust us, believe us, everybody. There's been some good, the part of the bad and the ugly at times, but probably not going to hear much of that from Timmy right now, or much of that for the year. So Timmy, run down what you saw week 1 against the Vikings at home.
I mean, as far as good, Dexter Lawrence, couple good defensive plays, but meanwhile, I really, really wanted to say the defense, really wanted to. But then when you give up a 99-yard touchdown, not a touchdown, but you let a drive go for 99 yards, you've got a serious goddamn problem. I don't know what these coaches are thinking. I have no clue. But as I said, if there's one good thing, Dexter Lawrence, the defensive line, I thought they were pretty okay. The rest of the defense, and bad, all bad. Ugly, obviously the offense. For some reason, no matter who we put in there at offensive line, can't play football. Greg Van Routen, I thought, hey, that's a nice little boost, a nice little pickup. Gave up 2 sacks, 100 pressures. I don't know how many quarterback pressures he had. The whole line sucked again. And before Dave jumps on me, yes, Daniel Jones sucked. He sucked.
Yep.
Even on the plays where he had time, nobody could get open. And he was throwing like a little girl. I hate to say it. Yes, I said a little girl. Yes, I said it. So,
Little girl.
little girl. Not a woman, a little girl. It's pathetic. It's become pathetic, and I'll jump right into it right now. I'll tell you who I'm officially blaming now. I don't think Dable can coach. I don't think he can. He's supposed to be an offensive guru, this quarterback master, this great offensive mind. No. Where is Malik Neighbors? Where is Jalen Hyatt? Wanda Robinson had the most targets. He had, 12 targets? The most
12.
out of everybody? Why? Because he's the slot guy going a little tiny across the middle, that kind of fucking plays. Where's the deep plays to Hyatt? Where's Malik Neighbors? You got Malik Neighbors for a reason. You got Jalen Hyatt for a reason. They're not
not one target, not one.
They're not being utilized correctly. We've been saying this for 3 years. Why is Jalen Hyatt not? 2 years. Not getting touched.
The first year.
Yeah.
He got us, Timmy. He got us.
So as of right now, Brian Dable is now on my shit list. He's on my fire list. He's on my. I don't know what the guy's doing. I don't know what he's thinking. I know Dave wants me to put all the blame on Daniel Jones. I'm still not going to put all the blame on him, even though he's not a. Unfortunately, he's not our quarterback. He's not going to be our quarterback. He's not good. But I'm not.
And it's going to be a 2-year contract.
Yes, a 2-year contract. He's done this year. I'm still not going to put the blame on him because the offensive line was atrocious. And even when he had time, nobody was getting open. I don't know if it's the plays they're running that these receivers can't get open because horrible offense. The defense, I feel so bad for now. But there's no excuse for having a punt on the 1-yard line and you let them go 99 yards for a touchdown. Right. No excuse. No excuse. And of course, what happened before that? That always happens to the Giants every year. It's like a mental thing. They get screwed on a penalty. I don't care what anyone says. That was not a pass interference call. They get screwed. What happens? Then they fold. Like they're unhappy about the play call. They fold. They give the first touchdown that way. Then the 99-yard drive. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
That's on the field leadership.
Yeah.
Raul says Daniel Jones looked like the 6 rookie quarterbacks that started Sunday, except he's in his 6th year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree 100%. He made the same mistakes they did, but he's in his 6th year.
So Robinson was targeted 12 times, 7 for Neighbors, 5 for Singletary, 4 for Slayton and Johnson, and not one. Bellinger 1. And then rushing, obviously that didn't work out very well either. Singletary in his first game as a Giant, 10 carries for 37 yards. Jones had a few. Wendell Robinson had the 1 for 14. Eric Gray nowhere to be found. Want to see him get a little bit of a bite out of the run game, right, Timmy?
Yeah, that's what I liked to see. Again, was it the Singletary or was it the Gray the first play where the ball went back 10 yards? Ball went backwards. Was that the Gray or was that the Singletary? Remember the first play, the screen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was Singletary or Gray, but yeah, as soon as that happened, I was like, "Here we go, here we go."
The beard didn't help, Tim. The beard's not helping Jones.
But I said again, I'm not gonna fully blame. I would love to fully blame him and just say get rid of him. The offense has no imagination. Well, I said even the time that Jones, because I remember the announcer said it. Well, the good news is Daniel Jones has time to throw, but no one's getting open. Is that because we have shitty receivers, or is it because these plays suck? I think because of the plays suck. How do you have 2 of the fastest guys in the team and you can't in the league, not team, and they can't get open? Something's going on. Something's going wrong, and you got to start blaming Brian Dable for this. He can take his cigars and stuff them up his ass until he gets it straightened out.
It's like it's like he sold us year 1. You get to the playoffs, coach of the year, and I know Dave. Again, Dave always wants to blame 100% on Daniel Jones, but who was part of that re-signing of Daniel Jones? The vote of confidence. in Daniel Jones' day ball. No, right?
Well, Daniel Jones didn't give up all those touchdowns either.
No,
Daniel Jones didn't allow a
no,
99-yard drive. He didn't.
no.
So I mean, I get it now, Dave, and everybody else. I'm not going to defend the guy. I still don't think it's his fault completely. I think the organization screwed him up royally.
They said it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it always feels to me like Dave thinks that we have said that Daniel Jones is a good quarterback.
No,
I don't
said we don't
I
know.
think we've always said never given a chance, and we don't know. Right.
We don't know what he could have been. But
Right.
three coaches, three GMs, we know whatever else going on. We don't know. That you can't build a guy like that. And now forget it. Now the fans are waiting outside and just to boo him.
Oh yeah, they're booing him.
Burning
Yeah,
his
walking.
He's
Burning
done.
the jerseys. That come. We make fun of other fans for burning jerseys. Come on.
And they didn't even burn it right. That's the worst part.
They put it flat on the ground, spraying and stuff. Kids in need, other countries. Kids in need in this country. Send them goodwill and stuff. Kids. And just say it's not worth a penny. Just like that Dave likes to say. All right, so obviously, and then on the other side of the ball, you got Darnold that just lit us up. But was he 12 for his first 12 or 13 for his first 13? Finished 19 of 24, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Aaron Jones, who everybody wrote off as washed up, has been. Again, it's against the Giants. 14 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Is that where Myles Gaskin is now?
When the Red Zone channel cuts to Sam Darnold because he's 12 for 12, you're not having a good day. You're not going to have a good day.
Hey, completely off Giants topic. You pulled out the victory in fantasy.
I pulled out the victory against Keith. Yeah.
Yes.
I was shocked. I was shocked myself. I was getting ready to quit. I was like, I'm done. I was going to announce my this is my last season. I will not play no more. I'm done. Because again, gambling speaking, I lost every bet I made this week by one. And I did the parlays, so I needed 3 guys to score. 2 scored. Let me try the 4 o'clock game. Do you need 3 guys to score? 2 guys score. I'm like, why can't the last guy score? Why can't I get that last guy?
Damn you, gambling gods!
Yeah, I was pissed, but you know what? Whatever. I did that, and then I lost my other league, and then I thought I was going to lose this one too. I was like, I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm going to announce my retirement this year. This is my final year, my farewell tour. I'll say goodbye on the way out. I'm not doing this anymore, torturing myself.
Yeah, the tour.
Somehow I
on the way out.
And then somehow I pulled it out. I was like, all right, I'll postpone the announcement. I'm not going to retire yet.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm fucking leaving. But when you have Joe Burrow and he only flipped up 6 points or whatever it was.
I have him in one of my leagues.
I mean,
and then in that one league that I'm in with Ed, I was down by 10 with the other guy just had the Jets defense. I'm like, all right, well, not gonna get negative points. He got it all the way down to 0. And I was tied, and then they freaking sack him at the end, and I lose by a point. It's fantasy. Damn, and we do this every year. It's great. So much fucking fun.
Oh, yeah, fun. Yeah, you're throwing your phone across the room. That's a little fun. I can't. But I should have known because the Bengals every single year, the first 2 games are a shit show. I should have picked New England to win too because the first 2 games every year are a shit show. Then all of a sudden,
I'm
going to throw for 400 a game.
Aren't those the 2 years that they made the playoff runs? I think they were 0-2 to start both years.
Yeah.
I
should have kept that in mind and sat Burrow for the first. But you can't sit Burrow. I couldn't do it.
No
way I could do it.
no way. And second guessing would be out of control. But you get the Monday morning quarterback. You got to face the press the next morning.
Exactly.
No, can't do it.
You got to face Dave. You got to face the trolls. You don't want to face
Dave. Dave was impacted by that potential violation of the 49ers with CMC and that poor guy Mason. They asked him, did you see him at the press conference afterwards?
It was great.
Like, that's why I don't like talking to media. I don't blame him. Like, he was super excited. His first start, 40 some odd yards rushing. Beat the Jets, beat Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Man, poor kid though. But I saw in a last ditch effort, I think Dave lost. He picked up the third string guy who did not get one carry. It was all that dude Mason.
Unreal.
Another thing you see after the, I don't know if it was after the Jones's interception to what's his name who hurt him last year, and now
Houghton, whatever his name
yeah.
is. Whatever his name is.
Von go after yourself. Go fuck yourself.
On something. I don't know what the hell his name is. Yeah, I know.
Then they just pan. They do a pan of the stadium. Everybody's rushing to the exits and I think the Giants were the only team in single digits this week. I do believe. Even the Panthers scored 10 points.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I went. Well, I said for this audience. I know I announced on the other show. I went to Giants Fan Fest Friday night.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that because let's get some positivity here.
It was nice to sit there and see. You know, I saw LT and all these great players from the other teams, and they did do a panel of current players. It was Daniel Jones, who they tried to hype up. Like, please, it was more like, please don't boo him, please don't. So they focused on the beard. And even I was going to write Dave, it's over. If the beard's here, we're going to win. The beard. Couldn't do it. Malik Neighbors was there. Dexter Lawrence was there getting ready. He did the sexy Dexy. That was cool.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good time. It was the first time I went there where they had all the players there. Usually it's just a practice. And you get some, discount merch and all that kind of stuff. But no, it was very enjoyable. It was nice being in a building with all those players all at once. No Strahan.
That Giants was legends, yeah. We talked about that, right? Yeah, that was weird.
But we got to see Eli and Phil Sims, and like I said, LT. OC was there. And
OC out there.
Toomer, and Tiki. Tiki even admitted, he said, I have a rough relationship with you guys, but I'm honored to be here. And I was like,
all right.
I'm gonna leave Tiki alone for now. I'm gonna give him a break.
And I didn't hear it, but I heard that he went on a Jets rant today.
Oh, I didn't hear today.
I just saw the headline.
He's actually stuck up for Daniel Jones, which I was shocked for him. I mean,
he has. Well, no, he's always been. He said he would. Wouldn't it was him, right? That said he would take Dak Prescott, and most people would agree. And that was coming off the playoff year. And whoever was the co-host at the time said maybe this year, but not in general, and not most people.
Yeah, no, I shit on Dak all the time, but I would take him over Daniel Jones any day of the week. Look, there's no defending the guy anymore. Can't. But like I said, me and Dave, that's what he can't get through his head. Me and you are not defending. We're just saying they ruined him. Yep. We don't know what we could have had. We don't know what he was. We don't know what he is because we screwed him up. And now mentally, he's just. I think he's mentally checked out. I think he wants to take his money that he made these last 2 years and pack it up.
Super smart.
Who's going to sign him next year?
No, nobody. Not even as a backup.
No,
not even for. No pun intended. Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, maybe Canadian, maybe the XFL, or the Arena League, whatever the hell is going to go.
Oh, what's that called now? Yeah.
Maybe. But I don't even see him as a backup.
No,
just don't see it. So
there's no reason. You see, but then all this time has been so un-giant-like when you think about the rest of the history of the franchise. But they screwed this guy up and on the lineup and everything else up, and then they said, okay, we screwed him up. Let's double down on him and sign him. And then Daboll looks pissed at him all the time, but he's backing him up, and
Daboll looks pissed all the time.
Well, he should now.
I just think I'm sorry. I don't think he's. I think he's going to be one of those great offensive coordinators, horrible head coach type guys. There's just some people who are like that. I mean, look at what Steve Spagnuolo's done for Kansas City.
Yeah,
look what he did for us. Fantastic. When he got a shot as head coach, he was horrible.
Exactly.
Stay at D.
He's got four rings as defensive coordinator.
What's his name too? Remember what was it? The guy, the little gray haired guy, Coach Dallas. Forget his name. Anyway, he was a defensive coordinator. Genius.
For Houston, right?
Yeah. And you put him as a head coach. Terrible.
Yeah.
It's just how he's going to be. And he looks. Wade Phillips. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
And he looks. I think that's going to be Brian Daboll. He looks overmatched. He looks overwhelmed. And like I said, even when Daniel Jones had time to throw the ball, there was nobody to throw to. How can that be with Hyatt, with Robinson, and with Malik Neighbors? How can
only one attempt over 20 yards, and that was the Neighbors 25-yard catch. That's it. And like you said, he's supposed to be this offensive guru, but again, the only team in the NFL with single-digit points this week was the New York Football Giants. Even Pittsburgh, who didn't score a touchdown, they still put up 18 points.
And that's
damn you. Damn it. All right. Well, before we do a quick little preview of next week at Washington, has Daniel Jones ever lost to the Commanders or the Washington team? I think he's perfect against them.
Did he win last year? Both games?
Did he play last year, maybe. Did he play against them last year? He's hurt.
He plays against them every year.
No, but I think he got hurt before we played them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't even know.
Either he's perfect or he's like 5-1 against them.
Well, are we home? Are we home or are we away?
We're away.
I'm gonna pick the Redskins then because we're away.
Yeah.
I always split them 1-1 like you do.
Yeah.
So I might have
except for these past few years, we ain't splitting up with the Cowboys or the Eagles.
No, sweep.
Well, I found another video that just kind of lets everybody know, even if you're not a Giants fan, what it is already feeling like being a Giants fan this year.
I'll give you a winter prediction. It's going to be cold, it's going to be gray, and it's going to last you for the rest of your life.
I couldn't agree more. That movie is us.
That's it.
It's absolutely true. Jones has not lost. Raul, the fact checker.
6-0.
6-0 to Washington.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now, if he loses to Washington, then that's it. We know it's completely over.
This literally should be the last game. If he loses this week, this is the last game he should play. Bring up Drew Lock. Bring up Tommy Cutlets. That's the end of it.
I saw a mock bet that somebody, just a made up bet of how many times are the cameras going to pan to Tommy Cutlets and Drew Lock. Every time it's going to be Jones, Lock, Jones, Cutlets.
Yep.
This is such a frustrating situation to be in.
It's disgusting
as a Giants fan because we just don't know it.
Coming off that Friday night where they had the hype videos going.
Oh, forget about it.
First they had the Giants with Chaz Palminteri. They had the 100-year hype video. You're like, fucking this is awesome. Then they had the top 100 player hype video. They show all the greatest players. You're like, oh my god, then you're like, wow, the season has started. The season's starting now, and it's the same goddamn team every year. And I said, you got to start putting the blame where it goes now. It's got to be Daboll. It's got to be.
And says couldn't agree more. He's not cut out for head coach.
He's not. He's got a head coach. I don't know if they want to go after Belichick or whoever, but he's not a head coach.
I don't even know what it was that year where I guess just everything clicked. But why are we straying away from that when Jones now has better targets out there? Speedsters. Never had this much speed with hand capability before. So let loose. What do we have to lose? Let him launch 40 balls. Let him go 25 yards, 6-7 times. What do we have to lose?
And why did we improve the offensive line 2 years in a row and they're still bad? There's got to be something there. There's got to be coaching or something going on there. except for Andrew Thomas. He was perfect. If I'm not, was he perfect?
Yeah.
I think he was perfect this week. No sacks, no pressures, nothing. Other than him, they were horrible.
Our big and then on our big trade target in the offseason.
Yeah.
Where was he at?
He was nowhere.
Couldn't see him.
Thank God for Sexy Dexy.
Well, and
Doing
then
his dance. Other than that,
why does the New York media continue to ask players how they feel about being booed?
yeah, I know.
Just
Feels
stop
good.
it already.
Feels good.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Feels good to be booed. I love when
Appreciate
I
it.
get booed on my home.
I'm risking concussion on every single one of these plays, but you know,
I love getting booed by my fans. Look, guy wearing my jersey booing me, fucking love it.
what a dumb question, man. Where's that? I know the debate is on. Where's that Trump sound? What a stupid question. So dumb. And then to have the balls to say it as a reporter, like have somebody hissing and booing in your ear while you're trying to do your job. I think Timmy's frozen. Either it's a very long sip of Coke. We'll see if Timmy comes back. But so all right, so yeah, he's coming. He's slowly coming out of it.
I'm coming. It happens
There he
sometimes.
is.
Sometimes this Wi-Fi just decides to disappear.
Yeah, it's technology.
It happened the other day too. It vanished for no reason.
Gone. All right, so what's your final pick here? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna see what the line was. I think the Commanders are favored by 1.5. I think.
You know what? I'm gonna pick the Giants because he's undefeated against the Redskins. Because it's the Redskins. You got your rookie quarterback who I think we can rattle. And this will probably be the last time I pick them.
1.5 it is.
This will probably be the last time I'm going to pick them. But I'm going to pick them this week only.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying, Ant.
Yeah.
Daboll not opening up the offense, especially now with wide receiver like Neighbors, is insane. You have legitimate options now. Even Bellinger was having a great year a couple of years ago before as I popped out of his socket.
Well, plus we knew last year when Jalen Hyatt vanished. Where did he go? Where was he week to week? He was nowhere. It doesn't make any sense.
And not even a target. Did he see the field? I don't even know.
He barely saw the field. It makes no sense. So it's time for him to.
And said this should have been like the year Buffalo got Diggs. Open that shit up. It'll back off defense. Exactly. And in that scenario, a guy like Singletary can excel.
Hot seat.
Hot seat. Early season hot seat.
Nope, again. Keep throwing.
No, I hear you.
Okay, good.
You're all good. All right, so you're gonna pick the Giants.
Probably for the last time.
I said last week if there's ever a time we're gonna pick the Giants, it's last week. Vikings, Darnold on the road. Yeah. Well, I don't want to mention that name on this episode of the show.
I'll mention it. That's going to be my final word for the day. I'm
okay, all right.
I'm going to mention that name because I can't have that argument anymore. I can't have it anymore.
Got me almost 40 points in fantasy. So it was a keeper. I didn't draft him.
No, you use him. That's right. You can use him.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna pick the Giants here. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not happy with it. One last hurrah, Timmy.
One last hurrah. Just because it's the Redskins, no other reason.
Yes.
And now if Jaden Daniels lights us up because Sam Darnold did, yeah, I won't pick them for the rest of the year. They're done.
What if Jones just ups and retires, and then his claim to fame is 6-0 against the Commanders and the Washington Football Team?
Hey, whatever he can do to tell his grandkids he's in the NFL, good for him.
Darnold looking good makes it pretty easy for me to say O'Connell and Daboll.
Yeah. Dabo's horrible. He's terrible.
Timmy, the last two head coaches, they have fooled the shit out of us. And I don't like it. I don't like being fooled, Timmy.
Last how many head
Only
coaches?
what?
More than two.
Well,
Ever since Tom Coughlin
well,
left.
yeah, Shermer. Yeah, but Shermer didn't really have us fooled. Well, did he?
Well, Shermer, Doo-Doo.
McAdoo was 11-5, whatever, from the team that they had prior,
That's true.
and then he shit the bed after. Man, it's been a rough stretch, Tim. Jesus
It's
Christ,
been a horrible stretch.
Tim, it's been such a bad stretch for everybody watching that a couple years ago we were rooting for the Giants to win the division at 6-10.
It's true. That's how bad things have gotten.
Where's rock bottom, Tim? Where is it?
I think this year's going to be rock bottom, which means the only way we can go is up, hopefully.
That's it. Defense seemed uninterested. Agreeing with Timmy. Point of view from before about the O-line. That piece has got to look at. Yep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, 2 years in a row they've upgraded the line, but they play like shit, except for Thomas, who was perfect again. He is the bright spot in the last couple of GMs draft picking. He has been perfect. That guy. Everyone else sucks. It's like we're cursed. Someone cursed our offensive line.
It's some type of an Eli sacrifice. Win 2 titles and then
it's like beat Brady twice, suck for the next 20 years. All right,
well, how come the Patriots get to be great for 20 years? 73 AFC championships, 18 Super Bowls,
It's true. Well, Belichick he probably is the devil.
But the curse of Sean O'Hara.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't remember who jokingly said, hey, they're gonna, the glass is gonna break or whatever, and Belichick's gonna come out and he's gonna coach the team starting week 5, 6, or whatever. Man, Belichick's big. This guy's all over the place on every single show out there.
Every commercial,
all over the place.
He's pushing anything that they'll say. Push it. Okay, I'll do a commercial for this. He's doing commercials for Coke and Pepsi. He don't give a shit.
And then in the Manning cast, Peyton asks him a question, and he's going on, and Peyton goes to say something. He's like, "Oh, okay, all right," and he's continuing and going. All right, so he's the first half. So they trimmed down to now just three guests per show, I guess. So he's the first half, and then they got third and fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the hype video for that show, the big musical, I would watch that because it's like 10 minutes long, but a lot of funny stars, a lot of interesting guest stars in it. It was pretty cool, so I recommend watching it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but Bill's got it made right now. He's on Pat McAfee. He's on the Manning cast. He's hosting. He took over for Tom Brady as on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back here. That's all just
yeah.
Belichick and Dak next year. Well, no, we're not. We're not getting any of them. He's loving his life right now. Belichick, I mean.
Yeah. All right. That does it. We're gonna go with the Giants for one last hurrah. As painful as it's gonna be, that's gonna be a painful game. But all right, let's get final thoughts out here. Timmy, you have the floor, sir.
Final thoughts, very simple, and I hope Dave plays this back, and because I can't. I love you, brother. I can't take the fucking arguments anymore in the chat. It drives me absolutely bonkers. It really does. And I know it's mostly Dave because he's the king of all trolls. But I can't take the because of Hard Knocks. I can't take the fucking Joe Shane bashing. I can't with Saquon. Just with Saquon, I mean. And I'm going to say this once, and I'm not going to discuss it ever again. Saquon did not want to be a Giant. Not just Joe Shane, the previous GMs tried to sign the guy, give him a shitload of money. He said no. He said no to Joe Shane last year, who made him several lucrative offers. He said no. This year, why did Joe Shane look like he was? Because he knew he was not going to have him signed. And by then, he was so pissed, he didn't want to sign him. And I get it. I understand. If to get Saquon, it would have taken $20 million a year. Not worth $20 million a year. I don't care how many fucking touchdowns he scored in Brazil. I don't care. So enough with the Joe Shane hating. Enough with Saquon. Oh, look, just the Giants fans puking because he scored some touchdowns. No, the guy didn't want to be here. If he wanted to be a Giant, he would be a Giant. He didn't want it. I'm sorry. Trying to sign a guy for 2 years, he turned down every offer. That's the end of it. It's done. Move on. I'm done with it. I'm not speaking about it ever again. That's it. That's my opinion. Log this on and mark it. And when people say, Tim, what do you think? Go watch the show at this point in time. I'm not talking about it ever again.
35 minutes.
That's it.
Do it.
That's it.
And not to mention that the fact that Saquon's not gonna have that type of a game very often behind the Giants line.
No,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Saquon and the brilliance that he showed on the field behind a shitty ass offensive line and bad circumstances. But you got to agree that Timmy, if he wanted to sign, he would have signed.
Listen, Saquon would just come out and be honest. Because I'm telling you right now, he would probably come out if he was just 100% honest and said, "I don't like Daniel Jones. I am tired of running behind an offensive line that I can't fucking do anything on." I'd have more respect for that than what he did, behind the scenes with turning deal after deal after deal down. If he came out and said, the real reason I didn't sign, of course, who doesn't believe in Joe Henry? If he came out and said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Daniel Jones, not good. The offensive line, not good enough. I wanted to go somewhere with an offensive line where I can run the ball and maybe establish a legacy for myself. Fine, I'm okay with that. But don't start blaming. Oh, Joe Shane looked like a fool. The Giants look like a fool. No, 2 different GMs have been trying to sign the guy for 2 years, including Joe Shane last year. He don't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here. That's the end of it. It doesn't matter how much we offered him. He did not want to be a Giant. Let him go to Philly. Let him whatever. That's the end of that.
Well, and now you see more of that Shane's smile when Mara said, I'm gonna really lose some sleep if Saquon goes to the Eagles, was the most nervous smile ever.
True.
Yeah, okay, I hear you.
But Joe, I said the only thing Joe Shane knew, he wasn't resigning him. You could tell him the phone call. They had that thing. This motherfucker, excuse me how they say it's cursing this way. This motherfucker don't want me. This motherfucker don't want to be here. They just weren't honest with each other. That's why Joe Shane looks so bad. But that's not it. They offered the guy a ton of money, more than he's making this year, by the way. Turned it down. How is that Joe Shane's fault? If he wanted to be here, he'd be here. He doesn't want to be here. That's it. Move on.
Yeah, it's been a struggle there, Timmy. All right, so I don't even know how to close this out. I'm watching the Mets here. Close
it with Groundhog Day again.
No, we're definitely going to do the Groundhog Day again because it's fitting to have Groundhog Day again. All right, we'll keep you all posted on what's going on in the world of Giants and the We Stomped You Out Facebook group. Try to keep your head up, everybody. Hey, at least we got fantasy football. That keeps us entertained. So that's as bad as that. What do we got here? Or a couple more comments before we go. More than the tag last year and his Philly deal combined. Shane did the right decision with Barkley.
Dave, ignore that. They ignore that. They offered him more than the Eagle deal, and everyone just ignored it. Oh, Joe Shane sucks. Giants are stupid. Giants, Mara fired everybody today. The best one I saw was Mara as Ari.
Yes.
Get the fuck out with the thing. Okay, it's funny. It is a funny meme. But it's so not accurate. It's just not. I'm sorry. Yes, Raul. Yes. No, they were able to trade him, though. That's the only bad part. And who would have taken him at that point?
No.
I don't know. I just think he did the right thing.
Well,
and I ain't talking about it no more.
The problem that those people, Dave, have is that they then look at us saying, "Oh, we preferred to sign Daniel Jones than Barkley. No,
No.
and then those people also don't hold the coach or the GM as accountable as the quarterback who's been bounced around with offensive coordinator after offensive coordinator after head coach after head coach after head coach after shitty line after shitty line after shitty line. All right. On that note, we will bid you.
One more thing to that. People, Dave, seem to forget how bad Eli was at the end. How shell-shocked the poor guy was. He looked like he just crawled out of goddamn Vietnam jungle toward the end of his
interception game.
Because that line was Seattle. So bad. That's how bad that line was at the end. And this is the same line that Daniel Jones inherited. Terrible.
And it's been passed on.
Everyone ignores that part. But okay. That's fine. I won't discuss again. Anthony got my blessing to try to take down the troll.
Do it now.
I'm not doing it no more. I'm out of it.
All right, everybody.
I'll discuss K1 no more. I'm done.
All right, everybody. We bid you adieu. Let's go, Giants.
Put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.